Welcome. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga. Pleasure to have you. Thanks so much for joining me today. Head to toe. We'll get it done. Take care of yourself. And if you need a drink, grab one. If something doesn't feel right, take a second. Find some place that feels good or just take a break. Okay. So as we find a seated position, any kind you like, let's roll those shoulders up and back. And roll those shoulders down and away. Close those eyes. Gently release your hands down by your sides. Feel the length in your spine as you press those palms down towards the earth. Big, full, deep breaths. Just checking in. Noticing that length in the spine, feeling that length, that extension. The depth of your breath, both on the inhale as well as the exhale. As you exhale, gently lean your head to the right ear over the right shoulder. And then press your your left palm down towards the earth. Just that stretch all the way down that left side. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, lean your head to the left ear over the left shoulder. And press that right palm down towards the earth. Listening to your body. Just working to let go of tension. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, turn and look out over that right shoulder. Just as far as you can turn your head. We're going to nod that head yes 3 times. So chin down and lift your gaze. Chin down and lift your gaze. One more time. Chin down and lift your gaze. And turn it back to face front. And then we slowly take our gaze out over that left shoulder. Still sitting up nice and tall. And as you exhale, nodding that head yes. Chin down. And lift. Chin down. So as we lift that head, just taking it back to a neutral space. And lift. One more time. Tuck the chin. And lift the gaze. Turn it back to face front. Inhale, reach to the sky. Turn your palms to face front. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, pull those hands back and down. Elbows squeezing, shoulder blades squeezing. Inhale, reach to the sky. 2 more times. Exhale, pull. Lift your gaze if that feels okay. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach the sky. And as you exhale, release that right hand down. Left arm comes up and over. We stay up on that right palm. And we lengthen and reach all through those left fingertips. That left sit bone stays connected to the earth. We're going to do a slight rotation with that torso. As you exhale, roll towards that right thigh just a little bit. We're not closing all the way down. And then inhale, roll it back open. Again, exhale, roll it slightly forward. And inhale, open it back up. Let's do that once more. Exhale, slight rotation, reaching out through those left fingertips. This time, let's slowly come all the way down onto that right thigh. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down, head heavy. Nice long stretch to that left side and into the lower back on that left side. 3. Let's once again roll it all the way back open, stacking those shoulders. And inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, release that left hand down, right arm up and over. Staying on that left palm, pressing that right sit bone down towards the earth. As you exhale, a slight rotation, just turning the torso slightly, reaching through those right fingertips. And then roll it back open with your inhale. And exhale, slight rotation. Reach through those right fingertips. Oh, feeling that stretch through the ribs and through the waist. And once again, open it back up. One more time. As you exhale, reach, reach, reach. Rolling that torso forward. And now ever so slowly, let that tummy and chest come down towards that left thigh. Reaching out through those right fingertips and let your head be heavy. Checking in. Oh, that beautiful stretch in that lower back on that right side. Inhale, lifting just slightly, rolling that right shoulder back open. And we rise, reach to the sky. 3 more cactus arms, palms open to the front. Exhale, pull it back. Opening up that chest, squeezing through those shoulder blades. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. And inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach to the sky. And gently release those arms straight down in front of you. Palms to the shins, just below your knees. Take a big breath in and press the chest forward, arch your back. Gaze to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Just setting the foundation for our practice today. Exhale, hollow. Checking in with that body, press it through. Let's do 1 more in each direction. Oh, in those days we need a little extra love. Give it. Be kind. Inhale it up nice and tall. Reach to the sky. And exhale, let's hinge it forward. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. Let your upper body be heavy. You can support with your hands. If you have a block or a bolster, you can absolutely use that for the forehead to rest against. Just letting that upper body be heavy. Inhale, circle the hands back by the hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. And exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Let's turn and come up onto all fours to our tabletop position. Core is strong. We're going to extend right leg straight out to the side, sole of the foot to the earth. We're going to walk those hands up and carefully coming up to a kneeling position. That left knee is directly under that left hip. Arms extend out to a T. Release that right hand down, left arm up and over to gate pose. And we're not pressing on that right leg. We're just letting that hand slide down it. Stacking those shoulders, stretching all the way down that right side. Inhale it back up. Release that left hand down, right arm up and over. Reach to those right fingertips. Turn your palm to face the earth. Lengthen through the ribs, strong through that core as you rise. Let's do 1 more time each side. Our gate pose. Waking up the core, stretching through the ribs, the lower back. And we inhale it back up, arms open to a T, and then slowly releasing that right hand down. You can come flat onto your hand or you can be up on those fingertips, lengthening through those right fingertips. Breathe and inhale, we rise. Arms open out to a T, slowly hinge it forward, core strong. Bring your hands back, let's walk it towards the top of the mat. You can be at the top of the mat or beyond and press those sit bones back. Chin, cheek, or forehead to the mat. Breathe, a variation of our puppy pose, stretching through those shoulders, through the spine, into the hips, down the inner thigh of that right leg. Core staying strong, slowly walk your hands back up, shoulders just over those wrists. And we're going to sweep that right leg all the way up and over that left foot. Tucking the toes, ball of the foot and the toes resting against the floor, and we turn and take our gaze out over that left shoulder. Find your breath stretching through that right side. Only as much as feels good to you. Now bring your gaze back to center. Just bend that right knee. Maybe it touches the floor to the outside of that left leg, maybe not, it's okay. I just want you to feel the stretch in the hips. If you're like, I don't feel a whole lot, celebrate that. So the hips aren't super, super tight. If you're like, wow, that is hard and I cannot get my knee down, it's okay. Celebrate that you have feelings in your legs and your hips. It's all good. We're going to find those things that are challenging and those that are not. Keeping that core strong, extend that right leg straight back and draw it in. Left leg, extend straight out to the side. Sole of the foot to the earth. Core strong, slowly walk your hands up and extend those arms out to a T. our gate pose. As you exhale, release that left hand down, right arm up and over. Breathe. Your gaze can be straight ahead, or you can look up towards the sky. Inhaling it back up, arms open out to a T, and then slowly, gently, we shift our weight to the right hand down, left arm up and over. And again, you can be on your palm, or you can be up to the hands, the fingertips, whatever you need. Core strong as we rise, arms back open out to a T, left hand down, right arm up and over. And again, we're not pressing on that left hand is just sliding down that left leg. Inhaling it back up and slowly transition your weight back to that right hand. Again, fingertips or palm, and extend left arm. Reach it out. Breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky. Both arms come out to a T. Releasing your hands forward, core strong. Let's walk it out as far as feels good to you. Pressing your sit bones to the sky, drawing your chest and your armpits towards the mat. Chin, cheek, or forehead to the mat. That left sole of the foot stays connected to the mat, just feeling that great stretch through the shoulders, through the spine, through the inner thigh of that left leg, into those hips. Be kind. Make sure it feels good. And slowly walk those hands back up. Hands just below those shoulders. Core is strong. We're going to shift and we're going to sweep that left leg all the way up and across the right leg. Toes just gently resting against the floor. Toes are tucked under, and we're going to turn and take our gaze out over that right shoulder. Stretch all through that left side. Keeping that core engaged. Listening to what's going on with the body. Do you have one side of your body that's like, wow, a little more tension, a little more resistance? We bring our gaze back to center, and then we're going to bend that left knee. Can you bring it to the mat? If not, it's okay. You can untuck those toes if you like. Just feeling that great stretch in that outer hip on the right side. If that knee doesn't touch, don't judge. It's all fine. If it's better to keep those toes tucked under, perfect. We're lifting out of those shoulders. We're staying strong through the core, and we're going to slowly transition that left leg back and release it down. Let's sit it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels. Forehead towards the mat. And just checking in here. Big, full, deep breaths. So we're going to wake up our core. We're going to stretch through those shoulders. We're going to activate those quads. As you inhale, sweep your hands back by your feet. Big circle of those arms up and over as you keep your sit bones down towards your heels. We come up to a kneeling position. Now, if your knees are such that you need to come up off of your heels, make it happen. Now, core staying strong. Slowly transition it back to your child's pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the hands back. Circle the arms up and over. Hips stay right down by your heels. And hinge it forward. Really working to keep those sit bones connected to the heels. And sit it to child's pose. Let's do that once more. Inhale, circle the hands back. Big circle of the arms up and overhead. Core strong. And as you exhale, flow forward. Back to your child's pose. Glue those sit bones to your heels. And breathe. Find your breath. On your next inhale, following the tummy, following your chest, slowly transitioning that weight forward, we're going to level out into a modified high plank. And then gently let your hips come down towards the earth as we lift out of those shoulders and slowly take our gaze to the sky. As you exhale, rotate to the right, take your gaze out over that right shoulder, and come back to center. As you exhale, turn and take your gaze out over that left shoulder, slight rotation, lifting out of those shoulders, and back to center. Tuck your chin, hollow your chest, hollow your tummy, lift your spine, slowly transition that weight back to child's pose. Inhale, hollow the tummy, hollow the chest, slowly transition that weight forward to your modified plank. Remaining on those knees, let's do 3 push-ups. Slow and steady, keeping the elbows right by the ribs. Core staying strong. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Hands are shoulder width apart, feet are hip width. Core is nice and strong. Aware, listening to your body, whatever's going on today. We bend that right knee, left heel presses towards the mat. Switch sides, left knee bends, right heel pressing down towards the earth. Let's do that again. Bend the right knee, left heel pressing down. Stretch into the calves, through those hamstrings. Mobility and flexibility through those ankles. Once again, we bend that left knee, right heel pressing towards the mat. And release both heels. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Head's heavy, face is soft. We bring the hands to the elbows and hold on, and then gently sway side and side. Big, full, deep breaths. Just feeling that gentle pull of a stretch, but nothing too crazy. Coming back to center. Keep holding on to those forearms and feel that extra weight of those arms influencing that stretch down the backs of the legs, into that lower back, maybe even through that middle back. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. A little shift of your weight back to your heels. Can you lift your toes? Center your weight. Release your arms, and let's slowly roll it up. Head heavy, arms heavy. Stacking each vertebra one at a time. Big shoulder roll at the top, and let those shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, big shoulder roll. Oh my gosh, those shoulder shrugs, great way to let go of tension and tightness. Let's do that one more time. Breathe. Turn your palms open to the front, tummies are tight, glutes are tight. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, big circle of those arms back down, rainbowing those arms, spread your fingers wide. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach, lift it to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and lower those arms down by your sides. Let's do that one more time. Just big rainbows with those arms. Lengthen, reach. At the top, shake the wrists, relax those arms. We're going to slowly lower those arms down by your sides. Just keep shaking those arms, staying strong through the core, bringing them all the way back down by your sides. And let's take it back up. Keep shaking. Get rid of any negative energy. Clear it all away. All the way back up to the top. At the top, extend through those fingertips and slowly lower those arms. Reach out. As you slowly lower those arms all the way down by your sides to mountain pose, stepping to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center and let's sit to chair. Now our feet are hip width apart, so our knees remain apart. Our chest is lifted and our core is strong, and you can sink as deeply into your chair as you wish. You can stay high or you can come low. Chest stays lifted. Weight is in our heels. I want you to notice where your weight is in your legs. Do you have one leg that's trying to take most of the energy? Taking the brunt of the work, even it out. Find your breath. Extending those arms out in front, if that feels okay, turning your palms to the sky. What do you feel? All of a sudden there's that activation through the front of the shoulders and through that upper and middle back. Breathe. Let's slowly lower those arms down by your sides. What's happening? What's happening to your body? Oh my gosh, so much more work in those legs. And then slowly lift those arms back to shoulder height. We rise, keeping the arms at shoulder height. Start to lift those arms, keeping the palms facing back. What do you notice in the back of the body? The shoulders. Slowly lower those arms back to shoulder height and sink back into those legs, back to chair. Pull those hands to heart center. Find a focal point out in front of you. Shift your weight forward. Lift your heels. How high can you get those heels? Find your breath. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, sink. Release your heels. Weight shifts into those heels. Chest remains tall. Inhale, reach to the sky. Interlace your fingers at the top. Step your feet side by side. Take a big breath and reach. And exhale, lean to the right. Press your hips to the left. Turn and take your gaze to the sky. If that's not great for your neck, keep looking straight ahead. Use that right hand to pull that left arm. Inhale it back up. And exhale, lean to the left. Hips to the right. We turn and take our gaze to the sky. Beautiful long stretch down that right side. Inhale, we rise. Pull the hands to heart center. Let's keep the big toes touching. Heels separate. Inhale, reach to the sky. As you exhale, sweep those arms forward, sit to chair, sweep the arms back, and stand tall. Arch it back. Arms right by your ears. Inhale it up. Exhale, sweep it back and up and arch it back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale it up. Exhale, sweep it back and reach and open. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge it forward to airplane. Arms sweep back to flight. Rolling those shoulders back. Lengthening through the fingertips. Palms are facing the ground. Spread your fingers wide and reach. Little shift of your weight forward. Evening out that weight. Through the toes, through the balls of the feet, and through the heels. Turn your palms to face the sky now. Spread those fingers. Roll those shoulders back. Breathe. We're going to work to get those hands just a little bit higher than the hips. And then we're going to bring those thumbs towards one another and open to a V. Bring the hands towards one another. Can you touch your thumbs? And open to a V. 2 more times. Touch the thumbs and open. If you're like, I can't find my thumbs, it's okay. Bring it together and open. Sweep those hands down by your knees. Sit to chair. Pull the hands to heart center. And rise. Exhale. Arms down by your sides. Rock back to your heels. Open those feet to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, left to monkey, half lift. Exhale, down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. How you guys doing? Hopefully good. Smile on your face. Maybe a little sweat on your brow. All good. Hold that plank. As strong of a plank as you got. Whole body's engaged. Can be on our toes or our knees. You decide what's the best. Lifting out of those shoulders, lengthening through the crown of the head. As you exhale, lift your hips to down dog. Take a moment. As the body's gotten warmer, what's going on? Maybe a little deeper stretch. Maybe not quite as intense. Maybe your breath is just a little bit easier. Let's just alternate bending knees. Walk it out. As you exhale, both heels sink. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back knee can come to the mat if you like, otherwise knee stays off and we circle those arms up and overhead. Breathe to a crescent lunge. Shoulders are soft. Find that breath. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. Doesn't matter if that back knee is down or not. And then sink back in. Let's do that once more. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Circle the arms forward. Back of the hands pull towards the back of the mat as you open the chest. Gaze to the sky. Arms in a low V. Spread your fingers and rotate your palms to the sky. Stretching through the chest. Through those biceps. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Now finish that circle all the way up and overhead. Standing tall, chest is lifted. Pull the hands to heart center. Let's turn and place that left elbow to the right knee. Pressing against your knee and working to bring your hands towards heart center. Find your breath. What's your body telling you? If that back knee's off the mat, press through that back heel. If having the elbow to the knee is a little too challenging, bring that left hand to the inside of your foot. Let's turn it back to face front. Hands to heart center. Reach to the sky. Big circle of those arms. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Inhaling to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Let's sway the hips side to side. Just feels so good, that lateral movement. Stretching into that outer glute, down the IT band, down the backs of the legs. Head's heavy, give your head a little shake. Yes or no if you like. Coming back to center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back knee can come down if you like, or knee can stay off. And we lift those arms. Coming to our crescent lunge. Breathe. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit. And exhale, singing. Again, it doesn't matter if that back knee's down or the leg is long. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink, stay low. Circle those arms forward, back of the hands pull towards the back of the mat as you open your gaze to the sky, opening that chest, rotate your palms to the sky, spread those fingers wide, squeeze your shoulder blades, open that chest, activating the muscles in that upper back. Oh, big deep breaths. As that chest is open, big circle of those arms up and overhead. We pull the hands to heart center and we turn, placing that right elbow to the left knee. And again, if having that elbow is against the knee is a little more challenging, bring that right hand to the inside of your foot. Find your breath. Just finding that rotation. Whatever's the best way to do that for you today. Slow your breath down. Feel the stability in your core. Feel those legs working to help stabilize you. And breathe. We turn back to face front, extending the arms overhead. Big circle of the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Inhaling it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Finding your breath. Slowing that breath down. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. As you exhale, we're going to inhale it to a high plank. Keeping that right leg up, roll to the outside edge of that left foot. And if we can, keep that right leg high. If you need to release it down, release it down. It's a little tricky way to come into our side plank. Gaze is down towards the earth. Lengthening and reaching through those fingertips to take care of you, whatever that means. Now slowly transition right hand back down, right leg stays high. Press it back to down dog. And as you exhale, sweep that right foot through. Back heel to the earth. Stand tall to warrior one. We square the pelvis towards the front. Chest is lifted, shoulders are soft. Back leg long and strong. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Breathe. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Let's bend that right elbow, hand behind your head, left hand to the elbow and gently press. Back pelvis remaining facing front. If you like, circle that left arm around, reach it up. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. We lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly begin to transition our weight forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body. Find a focal point out in front of you. And slowly transition your weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. Now, if you need to release that bind, release it. Bring the hands to heart center. As you're ready, press up onto that right leg. Add a flex of that left foot. And begin to hinge as deeply into warrior three as you wish. Keeping that left hip from lifting. Keeping those hips right in line. If you like, bend that right knee. Sink. Take care of you. Keeping that core strong, pressing through that left heel. Slowly rise. We're going to cross that left foot behind the right as we stand tall. And then lean the body to the left. Ah, that feels good. Breathe. Inhale, stand tall. Release your hands, extend your right arm. And then the left. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. The heels or ankles are still crossed. Head's heavy. Just checking in. Let that forward fold be heavy, upper body, arms, head, soften your face. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, stepping your left foot back, and then your right to down dog. Holding your down dog, great opportunity to grab a drink of water, or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, 3 push-ups, slow and steady. Breathe. Doesn't matter how big you make it, but keep your form. Find your breath. And lift your hips to down dog. Allowing those heels to sink, adding a little tip of the pelvis, reaching your sit bone high. Giving that head a little shake, yes or no. And breathe. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. So remember that transition to our side plank. We're going to inhale it to high plank. Left leg can stay up or bring it down. And we transition to that right side and extend. Left arm to the sky. Can we keep that leg high? Do we need to bring it down? Gaze is down towards the earth. Breathe. Very challenging transition. As you exhale, releasing that left hand down, and again, keeping that left leg up, we press it back to our down dog. Left leg to the sky. As you exhale, sweep that left foot through. Back heel to the mat, stand tall. To warrior one. We square the pelvis. We lengthen and we reach to the sky. Right leg long and strong. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, seeing pelvis remain square. We bend that left elbow, hand behind your head, right hand to the elbow, and gently press. Now as we add in those arms, what have those hips done? Strong through that core if you like. Circle that right arm around, reach it up. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. Breathe. Core staying strong, we begin to hinge it forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body. What are your shoulders telling you? How about that left tricep? How about those legs? As you're ready, transition that weight forward. As you wish, up onto that left leg. Now, if you need to transition those hands to heart center, make it so. Add a flex to that right foot. Square the pelvis and hinge as deeply into warrior three as you wish. Core is strong, hips are level. If you like, bend that left knee. A little or a lot, firing up that leg. Breathe. Slowly we begin to extend that left leg, releasing that right foot behind the left, crossing at the ankles. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lean to the right. Breathe. Pressing those hips to the left just a bit. Stretching all the way down that left side. Inhale, we rise. Releasing the hands, extending left arm, and then the right. Exhale, swan back to forward fold. Ankles are still crossed. Head is heavy. And just breathe. Noticing the shifting in the feet, if there is any. The stretch in the hips, the glutes, the backs of the legs, the lower back. Finding your center. Inhale, lift just slightly. And exhale, release it down. Stepping that right foot back. And then the left to down dog. Holding your down dog. Or inhale it to high plank. Core strong. Hold your plank. Or if you like, taking that right hand up and out in a diagonal line, up towards the top corner of your mat. One push up, one elbow goes out, one goes back. Pulling that right hand in. Left hand up and out. Left elbow goes out, right elbow goes back. And rise. Pull it back in. One more each side. Right hand. Right elbow goes out, left elbow goes back. And press. Draw it in. Left hand up and out. One push up. And pull it in. Lift your hips to down dog. Find your down dog. Adjust how you need to. And breathe. We shift our weight to our left foot. Right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the mat. Windmill your arms up. To warrior two. We level the pelvis. Oftentimes we sink into that front hip. Level it out. Sink into those legs. Tall through the crown of the head. Long through those limbs. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Back arm onto the back leg. Front palm to the sky. Sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle. Lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips. Let's turn and take our gaze towards our back heel. Left hand sliding down that back leg. And inhale, we rise. Legs stay long, arms open out to a T. We turn, pelvis facing to the side. Reach it out over those right toes. When you can't reach anymore, right arm down, left arm high. Triangle. Gazing up towards the sky. Breathe. Little to no weight on that right hand. Working as though we were stacking our body to fit between two narrowly spaced panes of glass. As you exhale, that left hand comes down, placing your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Rotate your body and extend right arm to the sky. Reach it up, just as high as you can reach. Let's take our gaze down towards that right big toe. A slight bend in that right knee. We're going to come up to the pads of the fingers on that left hand and move your hand up and out just a little bit. So kind of up towards the top corner of your mat. We're going to transition to the ball of the back foot and then up onto that right leg. If you need to adjust where that right or that left hand is, adjust. Revolved half moon. Breathe. Extending and reaching through those right fingertips, pressing through that back heel. As you exhale, slowly release that right hand down. We lift that left leg as high as you can get it. Nose towards your knee. Now you can be up on the pads of the fingers. You can be down onto the heels of the hands. Let's point that left foot. Breathe. Let's flex that left foot. Bend that left knee. Draw your heel towards your bum. Reaching up with that right hand. Can you find your foot? Take a hold of it if you can find it. Breathe. Slow it down. What do you feel? That beautiful stretch down the back of that right leg. That huge stretch down the front of the left leg. Releasing that right hand, extending that left leg, and slowly release it down to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse one dive up. And as you exhale, pull your hands to heart center. And let's make a hip circle to the left. And another to the left. One more to the left. As you come back towards front, take it to the right. Just a big hip circle. So a little push of that booty out to the back, around to the side. 3 rotations. And back to center we come to stand tall. Inhale, reach to the sky. Turn your palms to face front, spread your fingers, and exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down, open that chest. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach to the sky, and exhale, swan back down to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Hold your plank, toes or knees. Or if you like, super slow, mount. We haven't done super slow in a while. Take your time. Super slow doesn't mean super deep. It can, but doesn't have to. And then super slow, rise. So we are working against gravity in both directions. It's pretty intense. And lift your hips to down dog. Allowing those heels to sink, just taking a couple really good, big, deep cleansing breaths. And we shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the mat, windmill your arms up to warrior 2. And again, opening to the side, lengthening through those limbs. It's not sinking into that left hip, but rather leveling out that pelvis, making that torso nice and long, spine tall and straight. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit, and then exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten, and exhale, sink. This time, inhale, straighten, hold it straight, back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle. Right hand sliding down that back leg, left fingertips are reaching. We turn and take our gaze towards our back heel. Breathe. Keeping that front leg straight, inhale it back up. Opening pelvis to the side, reaching it out, lengthening as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, left arm down, right arm high, and again, little to no weight on that left hand. Lengthening and reaching from fingertip to fingertip. Checking in with your body. What's it saying? Hopefully it's nice. It can say, wow, this is challenging. But I don't want it to say, hey, what the heck? This doesn't feel good. This hurts. Really listen to your body. As you exhale, that right hand passes down by the chest and in front of that left foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Rotate your body and extend. Left arm to the sky. Work to stack those shoulders, to stack those arms, to reach as high as you can reach. Breathe. Being present right here in this revolved triangle. In each and every breath, in all of the feelings, all the sensations. Letting down, letting go of that guard, freeing yourself up to create space and to truly feel. Let's take our gaze down towards that left big toe. We're going to bend that left knee just slightly. We're going to take that right hand up and out in a diagonal line. So as we transition our weight forward, up onto the ball of that back foot, find your breath, and we rise. Lifting that right leg, flex your foot, taking your gaze off to the left for our revolved half moon. Breathe. Pressing through that right heel, lengthening and reaching through those left fingertips. As you exhale, slowly release that left hand down. Center your hands. Lift that right leg high as you can get it. Breathe. That foot is flexed. Now point your toes. What does that do? How does that feel? Once again, flex that right foot, bend that right knee, draw your heel towards your bottom. Now that right hand might need to shift out just a little bit, that's okay. Reach up with that left hand. Take a hold of that right foot. Draw your heel towards your bum. Amazing long stretch on the back of that left leg and down the front of the right leg. Challenging our balance, our flexibility, our strength, sometimes even our sense of humor. We gently release that left hand, extending that right leg, and slowly release it down to forward fold. And just alternate bending knees here. Nothing crazy. Just checking in. Coming back to center. Slowly bending those knees, lowering your bottom down. Safely coming down onto your bottom. However that is for you. Let's take those feet out to about the width of the mat. If you need to slide your bum back, slide your bum back. Legs are open wide. Bringing the hands to the tops of the feet and just fold forward. Hinging from the hips, lengthening through the crown of the head, and then just ever so slowly let your chin come towards your chest. A little more passive stretch for the hips, taking care of those knees. Letting gravity do the work as that upper body is being pulled towards the ground. Hopefully that feels really good. Starting at the tailbone, slowly roll it up. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's extend those legs out long. Crossing that right foot up and over the left leg. Wrapping the crook of that left elbow around the knee. Pull it in nice and tight as you sit up tall. Let's bring that right hand behind. Prop yourself up. And then slowly turn and take your gaze out over that right arm. Right shoulder. Find your breath all the while, pulling that right knee in. And breathe. Extending right arm straight back, circle it up and over. Facing front once again, we extend that right leg out. Left foot crosses up and over that right leg. We wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee and pull it in nice and tight. Sit up as tall as you can sit. Placing that left hand behind you. Prop yourself up. And then turn and take your gaze out over that right or that left shoulder. Breathe. Quiet your breath. What do you feel? Is it strain or is it stretch or is it both? Is it shaky? That means you're working hard. How's your breath? If you're holding it, back off a little bit. Extending that left arm straight back, circle it up and over. Releasing to face front, extend both legs out nice and long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. And exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Release your hands and just gently draw your nose towards your knees. Letting that breath just guide you. Releasing, letting go. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. Lower those arms to shoulder height. And ever so slowly, roll it back. All the way down onto your back. Opening those arms out to a T. We're going to draw our feet in towards our bottom. And we're going to open up those feet about the width of the mat or even wider. And we're going to slowly draw that right knee towards the inside, rolling to the instep of that right foot. Now you can kind of shimmy that right foot out a little bit, but I want you to work to keep that right hip from lifting. So we're working the obliques on that right side, working to keep that hip from lifting. And then there's this amazing stretch that's happening as we do that internal rotation through our hip joint, through the head of the femur. What are you feeling where? Maybe it's in your lower back. Maybe it's across the hip. Maybe it's the IT band. Maybe it's the inner thigh. Your psoas. So there's a ton of things that can be influenced by this stretch. I want you to make sure that there is zero pain. So not even a 1. Just feels good. Gently releasing that right side. And then slowly transitioning that left knee towards the inside. So we're just rolling that inner thigh of that left leg towards the ground. Working to keep the pelvis as level as possible. So feel those left obliques kicking in to help keep that pelvis in line and not allowing that left hip to lift. Again, making sure there's no pain in the knee, in the ankle, in the hip, anywhere. Just a nice stretch in that lower back, in the hip, in the groin, in the knee, in the ankle. Breathe. And then gently release that left side. And now we're going to let those hips shift, and we're just going to gently take both knees to the left, come through center, and over to the right. So you can adjust where your feet are. Just let natural movement happen. So we're not forcing anything to happen that doesn't want to. We're just checking in with the mobility of our body through the hip, through that lower back, through the knees and the ankles. Let's do one more time each side. Coming back to center, drawing the knees in towards the chest, hands to your shins, just below your knees, pulling them nice and tight. Nice tight little ball if you like. Lift your upper body, tuck your chin towards your chest. If you wish, take your hands down by your calves or your ankles and slowly extend those legs, just drawing your shins in toward your nose. You do not have to, keeping that tight little ball if that feels better to you. Now, ever so slowly, let that upper body come back down. Bending those knees once again. Extending your left leg out and relax it all the way down to the mat. Right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and just gently pull your leg across your body as we turn and take our gaze out over that right arm. And then close your eyes. Find your breath. Slow, steady, deep breaths. Lots of work today, guys. Great job. Releasing that left hand, rolling it back to center, gazing back towards the sky, extending right leg to the sky, point your toes, little external rotation through your hip, and slowly lower your leg down. Make it as long as you can. Always working on good posture. Long legs, space in those joints. Drawing that left knee in, left arm extends out, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders against the earth. We turn and take our gaze out over that left arm. And then just close your eyes. Big, deep breaths. Such a gift to be able to be together, to move, to breathe, for the body to move in these amazing ways. To learn to listen and to respect and honor what's going on with the body. And as we learn and we listen and we respond in a loving way, we get stronger. We get taller. Our body responds with health and well-being. It's pretty cool. Rolling back to center, extending left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and ever so slowly lower that leg down. And allow it to come to rest. I invite you to find a comfortable place. So that might be reclined butterfly for you. It might be in corpse pose. You can bring those arms overhead, perhaps up in a seated position on your tummy, whatever it is for you. I invite you to find that comfortable place, to get rid of the wiggles, to make the adjustments you need to make, and to focus on your breath. Letting go of everything else. We clear away any thoughts, any to-do lists. We allow our physical being to settle, to feel safe and relaxed. And then we gently let down any last few guards anywhere in the being. Mind, body, or spirit. A sense of loving energy. A safe place to just be. Our awareness is drawn deeper inside to a place of peace and well-being. Within this place of peace and well-being, there's a color. Can you see this color? What color is it? As you find it, it begins to grow. Is it warm or is it cool? Is it soft or is it bright? What kind of energy is in this color? Is it calming or is it energizing? Feel the sensations from this color. Let it wash over your entire being. Notice if it stays the same, or does it change in softness or brightness? Does it shift colors entirely as it moves through your being? So maybe there are parts of your being that need a little calm energy, some soothing energy, healing energy. Maybe there are parts of your being that need that energizing. So just notice what happens as that light moves through your body. Shifting and transforming that energy into something that is more beneficial, that will serve you well today and help you have a magnificent day. That light moves from the crown of the head down through the body and all the way down to the tips of the fingers and to the tips of the toes. Feeling that transition. Feeling the sensation of that light as it slowly moves back up the body towards the crown of the head. And within that mind's eye, that light begins to shift to a white. That white light representing a fresh start, a new day. Unlimited possibilities and opportunities. Take this fresh start. Celebrate this new day. As you are ready, our breath begins to deepen. We start to move the smaller muscles in the fingers and toes. We stretch our limbs, noticing how you're feeling. Calm, strong and healthy, energized, ready for a fantastic day. Take your time, and as you're ready, gently draw your knees in towards your chest. You're welcome to rock yourself up or roll to one side, using the strength of the arms, coming back up to a seated position that feels good to you. Rest your hands comfortably. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Let's pull the hands to heart center and a gentle tuck of your chin down towards your chest. A quiet moment of gratitude, thanking the mind and the body for taking you on this adventure today. Recognizing this journey as your own. And it's an amazing one. Some words I found the other day that really just resonate when life gives you challenges. I will make you happy, said life, but first I will make you strong. You are strong, my friend, at this time. Take a breath. Let's gently lift those eyes, open them up, and I just want to say a humongous thank you for being here today. Take care of yourselves. I hope that was amazing. I hope it was everything you needed and more. I hope you just have a fantastic rest of your day. And always, you guys, it's an honor and a privilege for being here for you guys. Thanks for being here for me. Take care of yourself. And until the next time, namaste.